the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
The National Democratic Congress, the NDC, can never be trusted. They can never ever be trusted. From Omu leadership, ADBC, the ordinary supporter, they can never ever be trusted. And then, the 17th day of September, NDC, Krata, the Ghana Police Service, Chrese, peaceful demonstration. A demonstration that is tilted towards the Electoral Commission, and among two Electoral Commission too, money and yeho, with respect to the voter register. Ye no ni abato krata ye hweso edito aba ewo my Ghana. Na demonstration mo so person one ye peaceful demonstration. Meaning say report on bebrebe. Ashanti region crowd here. The police had to call in reinforcement from the military, anti-robbery squad, the immigration service, and some omutumia containing the NDC crowd. Neno krano heard the number of items, the NDC protesters assess ewo Ashanti region Kumasi EC office. They vandalized windows, glass doors. Just say Nsem kitwa adani abotutu. Greater Accra region was no different. The northern region crowd here almost shake ties from UDS campus, almost shake ties you could see Electoral Commission office. Just say vandalism here and there. Demonstration by Kupa. Now in the Bono region, some Syria BC. A more brilliant demonstration as usual. To a boar, car glass near DNA police for bread to control them. They drew baby was a police used to pepper spray near dinner. Said they had a second thought. Mranti MPP Mranti and Bichirima, Omunya and Intel. Say ene. A mabunu be a year demonstration, ye, and nipa general. A be besa for chiri. Ako the district assembly. Ako so harm 2 drip machines in this world. And until a section of the MPP youth there. Now omo the district assembly in the Bono region. Ya omo guard the drip machines set omo afofa from a floor. Lo and behold, one of the NDC demonstrators, according to the police, a dinya omo saka a free. Abranti yinchen eye Idris Muhammad Sangari utekra zonye Ghana ni ono fa akire Bora District Assembly ho okotutu batteries no esisi drip machines no so ena maburu no dini se gegra si abranti wa mane ne ha Idris Muhammad Sangari chirimwa is a protester near Base no dini free time constituency enya dini ba Bono regional capital of Sunyane. Se oma na omeka ne nuanom a omoko demonstration ho ti onim sunyane ba bia but ye dey free time eba no ne aka kire ne say during the demonstration onka a group of NDC young men omo ba fa kire aba be say drip on fidie na tutu but se wo ho nyina eni se fofia anto anta enam say na already the MPP youth are picking talenti omonsa eka no omo chi no nioma na ekoso ewo ho no. There was a 30 seconds video of it. If say ye ko na ye ko hwe na ye beto ankomos.
Tare no mra. Asia wasan kura na kama. Kama bi hu ye. Se wo hu. Mo hu ni NDC fo aye. Kan bi o dale be boya aguro. Asia. Boya aguro. Boya amru mi yesu fo na ranya be. Asia. Boya se ni. Omodi wo go police station ase wo. Eyezu. Kasa yeza eyezu. Kanka eyezu. Eyeza. Eyezu. Eyezu. Eyeza. Asia.
Enti video na mkohwe ye no. To mo da branch ne drew police station no. E na wono ato nanu to se onye kromfo. Is an NDC supporter. Say dem sha say na make an ba say ne free time. E dine ba say omra no me join the demonstrators. But no ye man specific duty say ye demonstration ni koso ye nipa nyina ni akoho no na omo afachiri aba ba bi a drip machines ni wo the district assembly. That is one be to batteries in the free so. I'm a machine nose packet, credit packet. And I said, it's ya de achiron. Enti, and net a dear a course so and net day. It was not an ordinary demonstration. A carefully planned by NDC's flag bearer John Mahama, the national chairman Johnson Asedu Ketia, the general secretary Fifi Yabikwete, the communications officer Sami Jemfi, the youth organizer Pablo, women organizer Hannah Bisi, to cause mayhem. That is the word. Just to cause mayhem and to instill fear in Ghanaians. Say December 7th, to trust him. That is the idea because DNT and a Muslim demonstration against the electoral commission. Mosa bomb rantie pass or mon fetching to batteries and drips. It is only the NDC as a political party. Nebu to me and your way. Nina is because Omo say Omo campaign at so. They don't have any sensible message for the ordinary Ghanaian. One policy Omo to minka. 24-hour economy no so Omo kofa buy no so. Sabi nyansa bi anim. Eno let's resort to violence, to hooliganism, to vandalism.
So for in the Western region, it was a peaceful demonstration. The walk from the Takrady Mall through to Fijai, and then back HT or Beach Road here in Takrady, then to the EC office where the minority speaker, minority leader Emmanuel Makofi-Boa, on behalf of the NDC, submitted the petition to the EC demanding that they need fair transparency register during the December polls. And then the Deputy EC Commissioner here in the Western region also received it and said that they would forward their claims to Accra. And so the Western region, it has been peaceful so far. There was heavy police presence. That's what I can report, Faustina.
Thank you, Natalia. Peaceful demonstration in the Western region, far from what we can say in the Ashanti regional capital, Kumasi, where one person was arrested by the police after they had a hard time controlling the crowd. Some of the supporters, we are told, tried to go into the EC headquarters. We saw shattered glass on the floor as the supporters somehow damaged the front entrance of the EC headquarters. We'll take you to Kumasi shortly, but let's take you now to where Rafik Salam joins us live with more. Rafik, how was the protest at your end?
The protest in Wa ended a couple of hours ago, and I can report to you that the people in the airport, especially the NDC, they told us that they have been able to achieve what they wanted, at least presenting a petition to the EC office right here. There was a massive crowd. I can only describe them as a base of supporters of the NDC.
We seem to be losing connection to Rafik Salam. Rafik, you'd have to position rightly for us to come back to you, just giving us updates on how the protest went in Wa. Now, we would also take you to the Ashanti region, where we're quite interested in how the police is controlling the crowd. Rafik, you have to position rightly. We'll come back to you, but let me take our audience now to the Ashanti regional capital, Kumasi, where one person has been arrested after clashes between the police and protesters. Now, Nana Wachi Adam, what triggered this clash?
Well, firstly, earlier on, the demonstration, as promised by the flag bearer of the NDC, John Mahama, was peaceful. It began very peacefully when they started from the regional secretariat to walk through the principal street of Kumasi. In fact, let me give you the route. They started from Amekom, walked through Asafo. They passed through Edum, got to the Dakojom stretched. They used the RCC stretched and moved on to the regional EC office. That is where the chaos happened. There was an attempt by one man who is part of the protesters who tried to break the police barrier and get inside the EC office. Now, there was a resistant attempt by the police. We realized that getting inside the EC office is not allowed. In fact, any sympathizer, aside the executives of the NDC, is not allowed to pass through the barrier and then get inside the EC head office. But then this man tried to break the barrier to get inside the EC office, and that is what the police was trying to resist. While the police were trying to resist his attempt to move into the EC head office, the other supporters of the NDC joined this man in question, to break the barrier, and then the police forcefully had to move all of them out. Well, the attempt by the police to move these people out of the EC premises failed, and so they had their way into the office. But then this man who triggered the action got arrested by the Ghana Police Service. And so he is the person who was first arrested. We'll have the shot already, and then we'll share with the team alongside as we go forward. But then he was arrested, and then some 2 other persons were also grabbed by the police. We are being told that these people who are arrested have been released as I speak to you. The original chairman of the NDC, Nana Kwesi, after presenting his petition to the regional EC boss, came to us to tell us that the police have released these 3 individuals, and so they have to also call off their intent of resisting to move out of the EC premises. So they have presented their petition, and so they have moved out of the EC premises with these 3 individuals released by the Ghana Police Service. But I must say that the attempt was because, well, the arrest was because these 3 persons tried to break the barrier. Of course they did, and then subsequently move into the EC office. That is what led to their arrest. Some people have suffered some injuries. We are being told that the NDC have sent some supporters who suffered some injuries to the hospital. One policewoman who also suffered some injury has also been sent to the hospital. And so this is what transpired during the NDC's attempt to present their petition to the regional EC boss here at the Regional Coordinating Council. As I speak to you, everything is calm. The presentation has been done. The EC has assured them of responding to their petition as time goes on. For Steve,
the EC gates were destroyed by angry protesters. Has any official of the EC been heard so far?
Well, we spoke to some EC officials who tell us that, yes, the gate was damaged by these supporters in the attempt to move into the office of the EC boss himself. Well, the police were trying to resist that, and in the attempt to resist it, these supporters of the NDC broke the gate, or they destroyed the gate of the EC, as you saw earlier when we sent the shot through. And they destroyed not just that particular gate, but then the main gate of the EC also got destroyed by the NDC supporters. The supporters are saying that it is their constitutional right to see the EC alongside their executives to present their petition to the EC boss. While the police tried to stop them from doing that, they also had no other choice than to break the gate. We heard from the EC, who has condemned this act, but tell us that they would also report the incident officially to the Ghana Police Service. Although the police were around, they would also have to make an official complaint to the police so that an investigation would be made to that effect. And so with regards to that particular incident, the EC will take it off with the Ghana Police Service. For Steve.
Nana Boakye Yadom joined us there from the Ashanti region, where he told us that 3 individuals were arrested but now released after the protest there turned quite murky. Let's take you back to the Upper West region. Rafiq Salam is back with us. Hopefully we have better connection to Rafiq. Rafiq, how did it go at your end?
It ended peaceful here in the Upper West region, precisely at the court of the Upper West Regional Coordinating Council, where millions of supporters of the NDC this morning gathered to undertook that exercise. So they started the exercise right at the forecourt of the Regional Coordinating Council, moved through the principal street in town, named as J.J. Rollins Street, and from there they headed to the Upper West Regional Office of the EC. It was there that they presented their petition. I must also tell you that there were several police personnel who were brought into the region from the various districts and then also municipalities, including their district and municipal commanders. They were there. So the police made sure that nothing untoward happened as far as this demonstration is concerned. And so it was a peaceful demonstration, and finally they had a peaceful hand over of the petition to the regional director of the Upper West EC, Mr. Ali Osman Adamu. So the petition was read by the leader of the Upper West Caucus, Dr. Rashid Hassan Pelpo, demanding for 7 things, including a forensic audit of the provisional voters register. And also, they want that certain things in certain anomalies in the voters register is reversed. And so the petition actually was also handed over to the EC's officer by the regional chairman of the NDC, Abdul Nasser Sani. And then after that, the EC's officer, the regional director, Ali Osman Adamu, pledged that he would do the needful by sending the letter straight to the EC's office in Accra. So in that post here, it's been faithful, and then nothing untoward happened in the demonstration.
Rafiq Salam joining us live from WA. Let's take you now to Tamale. Martina Bugri is on the grounds. Martina, has the protesters, have they submitted their petition to the EC already?
They did that about an hour ago, and the protest took about 3 hours to go through the principal streets of the city and then finally convert close to the EC offices, about 300 meters away from the EC office. The EC officer or the regional director moved out of his office to receive the petition. The secretary and the regional chairman were the two who handed over the petition to the EC director. He says that he would forward it to the appropriate quarters for redress. Now, the party chairman and his secretary spoke to the media after the handing over the petition. The chairman says that the New Patriotic Party presidential candidate was fraudulently elected because the Wali elections were annulled, and the people who voted him from Wali were part of those who elected him. It says that the other reasons, if they had carefully scrutinized their registers also, they would have found out irregularities. And it is those same things that the EC wants to do to get the MPP presidential candidate to office. The secretary says that they would continue to push, even to the extent that they would visit their homes to get their petitions across to them if they refuse to listen to them.
Or, breaking the orders of the police. I mean, the case of Ashanti region, we are having a national demonstration. And for me, one case of disagreement, you've just been told that those who were arrested have been so far released, which presupposes that the police would have done so to de-escalate a certain disagreement. And so that cannot be said to be...
But in the eastern region as well, the police had a hard time controlling the crowd. And so what exactly was the orientation? And did it even trickle down enough?
In 2016, when the MPP did a similar protest, people were hurt. They destroyed stuff. Today, that is not the case. In fact, when I say that everybody is fed up with the MPP, everybody is fed up. Even the police officers who were demonstrating with us, they are fed up. And so we all cooperated with one another. If we have 2% of incidents and a demonstration that is nationwide, a demonstration that people are very hungry, people are angry, people are upset, poverty is attacking them from their homes, yet they believe that two individuals, Bosman Asari, Jane Mensah, want to subvert their right, want to subvert the laws of the commission, to perpetrate what we call a compromise election. If that anger is supposed to be within them, and yet they manifested a peaceful demonstration, I think that you must commend the NDC, and we ourselves will commend Ghana Police Service for their immense cooperation. Unlike the other ones, if they had been the ones doing the demonstration, maybe people would have died.
Yeah, but then we are seeing on the screens right now, shattered glass, the police there trying to contain the crowd.
Course.
And the bigger concern from the EC, because they have condemned this act, was you should have put your people to order. They are also planning to officially file a complaint because they felt that your members went outside.
I will be very frank with you. This is an underestimation of what is awaiting the Electoral Commission after today. We will not restrain Ghanaians. We will now leave all Ghanaians who feel that the Electoral Commission is up to something to besiege the private homes of the commissioner and the deputy commissioners who will not restrain them.
But aren't
they don't
you
do
fueling violence by saying this?
The NDC will not instigate our members. We will not support our members to cause violence. That is why we are even demonstrating in the first place. Because we've seen 8 people being killed, in cold blood. We don't want to have an election where a Ghanaian must lose his life. MPP, NDC, we are brothers, we are sisters. Why are we going into an election, yet it's as if we are going to war? Simply because 2 individuals, not even regional directors, not even district directors, 2 individuals, Jane Mensah and Bosman Asare, who think that because they've put some 5 military officers around them, they are fortified in order to do wrong. We will not restrain Ghanaians if we don't do the right thing. So people will now get up and look for family members of Jane Mensah and Bosman Asare. People will now look for their private homes and besiege there to ensure
But by saying this, you are also, by